Exercise, Health and Disease, Stephen Bloom. Participants' characteristics. Participants' characteristics. The participant that undertook the 2-week observations was a male, 23-year-old radiographer that weighs 76 kilos at the beginning of the observation and is 185 centimeters tall. He was a self-selected participant who was not enrolled as an exercise and sports science student attending Charles Sturt University. He had no history of involvement in structured exercise or training for competition, and did not answer yes to any of the Exercise and Sports Science Australia pre-screening tool questions. Evaluation of disease risk. The participant did not undertake the required levels of physical activity as recommended by the Australian Health Guidelines over the 2-week observation. The participant is at low to moderate risk of cardiovascular disease as they participate in low physical activity, high sedentary behavior, and unknown stress levels, alcohol consumption, and diet. When observed, the participant had irregular sleep, which recorded an increase in sedentary behavior as optimum sleep levels had been met. Dolezal et al. 2017 noted that an increase in sleep post-optimum levels can be linked to risks associated with cardiovascular disease. Goals. The 4 main objectives of the intervention program was to increase physical activity to most, if not all, of the days of the week, undertake the recommended minutes of moderate or vigorous or combination of minutes per week, incorporate strength training at least 2 times each week, and to gradually increase the activity with the self-determination theory in mind to enable the participant to feel confident in themselves through intrinsic motivation so they feel as though the program is a task that they can accomplish. SMART goals of the program. The program was specific in task outline for the participant to undertake. It was measurable through the time, distance, or RPE constraints. It was achievable for the participant as the program started off basic and gradually progressed. The outline of the program was realistic as it focused on what the participant had generally been doing and gradually increased over time. The program was timely as it was over 12 weeks. The 12-week program. The program utilizes approximately 3-week blocks to increase physical activity. This enables a more manageable approach as the workload for the participant is a steady progression. The rating of perceived exertion was used as a subjective measure for the participant. On the ESSA pre-screening tool, the participant noted they performed less than 150 minutes per week of physical activity. Therefore, the rate of perceived exertion can be up to a maximum of 5 when using the 1 to 10 model. This was used as a guide to assist the participant in the subjective levels of exertion they should be feeling when performing these specific activities. Full body workouts were used for strength training. The participant did not feel comfortable in the gym setting. The programs included squats, push-ups, sit-ups, lunges, planks, and variations of each as the weeks went on. At the week 6, a minimum step count for each day was added, as Kao et al. 2014 research indicates that 7,523 steps per day was considered optimum. This was the minimum step count limit added into weeks 6 to 12 to decrease sedentary behavior associated with cardiovascular disease. Variations were added on different weeks to create diversity for the participant. Jogging and yoga were added to change up the routine. Yoga specifically was used for balance and flexibility. Noted on the bottom of the program are objectives for the participant to keep them active, such as getting up and doing 5 minutes of physical activity per 1 hour of sedentary behavior and using things like elevators instead of the stairs. Behavioral theory. Self-determination theory is a macro theory of human motivation and personality that concerns the inherent growth tendencies and innate physiological needs. It is concerned with the motivation behind choices people make without external influences and interference. Motivation is a critical factor in supporting the sustained exercise Bros 2013 found, which in turn is associated with important health outcomes. The self-determination theory was chosen as it enables the participant to feel like they can accomplish what is prescribed for them and participate in activities with others. The program increased gradually. It created it more manageable using intrinsic motivation.